to start with 10 squats. I always, when I think about my feet, should be shoulder width apart. I should have my chest kind of tall, kind of making a good posture with my shoulders rolled back, having my toes kind of curling into the ground and my body weight in the middle of my feet. I might just have my arms out for a counterbalance. I'm going to do 10 squats. Ready and go. Making sure I'm moving around parallel, trying to push through the middle of my foot as I come back up. And to really kind of brace myself as I go down and up, I'm going to squeeze my belly as hard as I can. And doing that, going down and squeezing my belly, it kind of just creates a keystone, which keystones are the building block of the whole building. That's what I think about my core. And last one. Okay, great. So I'm going to add a little bit of a stretch in there. Just as I warm up, it's kind of like your body's like an elastic band. Once you warm it up a little bit, it's good to get a little bit of stretch. So we're going to do a dynamic stretch. So I'm going to take a nice long lateral stretch. As I start bending my knees, I'll put my hands on the ground, and I'll let this opposite leg be straight. And I kind of just feel a big stretch in the inside of my leg, okay? And from there, you're just going to take your hands, and you're going to crawl across the floor. And this opposite leg now is straight once it was bent, okay? Try to have that heel that's bent on the ground, touching the ground. You might feel a stretch behind your knee, behind your heel, which is your Achilles, or the front of your shin. That's a good stretch. That just means that you're very tight there. Let's just crawl to the other side. Let's try to get that stretch in front of that ankle again. So just crawl, be in that nice low position. Good. Try to get that heel flat. My heel's pretty close, but it is definitely tough. I did a 2-mile run this morning, so that was tough. All right, one last time, the other side. Just crawl with your hands on the ground. That opposite leg is super straight. Should feel a stretch on the inside of this leg and a stretch in the back and the front of this heel. All right, and we're gonna crawl again. So by the time I crawl, I'm gonna be in the middle with my hips up in the air. Okay, and I'm gonna slowly just raise my chest and come up back top. Okay, just to warm up my upper body, I'm just gonna do a couple arm swings. So we'll go forward 10. And as you complete your 10th arm circle, we'll just go in the counterclockwise. And 3, 2, 1, and I'll go counter. Okay. All right, I see we have a couple other people join. If you would like to turn your camera, just help me, if you're feeling comfortable, that'll just help me give you cues a little bit, give you a couple pointers. Okay. All right, and now I'll just do one more arm stretch just across the body real quick, and then we'll start going into our first skill that we're gonna do today. Okay, and switch. Great. All right, for those that joined, just a description of my class. It is high impact, but the main purpose of this class is to teach the longevity of jumping, right? A lot of times you do jumping in classes and you don't really get to be taught what's the best way to land or what is really proper progressions into a high impact plyometrics. That's really what this class is about. So the first skill we're going to go over today is called a snap down. The use of the snap down is really to teach you how to center your body as you are landing, but it also teaches your tendons and your muscles how to absorb that force as you're landing, okay? So, because every time you jump, right, you eventually have to go back to the ground. So in my opinion, it's the best to learn how to land first, as opposed to immediately jumping and try to learn as you jump, all right? So I'm gonna face this way so you can see me on the sideways profile. Can I just get a thumbs up if you guys can hear me? Great, thank you. All right, so a snap down, you're gonna start in a very tall position, just as you were coming from the ground. You have your hands up high, you're gonna be on your toes, so your heels are off the ground, and I will say snap, and you go, try to drop to the ground as quick as you can. You see I'm in a quarter squat position, my hands will be behind me, because that gives me the most balance. If you look, my belly button is directly underneath my feet. What that does is it allows my belly button, which is my center of my gravity, to be in the best place. If I'm too far forward, you already can see I'm gonna fall over. If I'm too standing upright like this as well, you see me fall over. So your goal is to be in this very controlled quarter squat position. You're not jumping up to go down. I'm sorry, you can't see me. me see if I can get in the sun. Is this better? Better? Okay. So the snap down, you're gonna be tall, right? I'm not gonna jump to go down. I'm literally just thinking drop. Does that kind of make sense? And the reason you're doing it is because you're trying to get muscle memory of how to land in the middle of your foot. So let's try that. I'll watch a couple reps, whoever has their camera on. You can face whatever profile you want. I just want you to think, be tall, snap. You're gonna do 5 on your own, and I'm just gonna watch, okay? Just so I can cue you up. On your own when you're ready. Snap, good. Very good, don't jump up, just go drop quick, drop. Very good, ladies, very good. Now think about pushing your knees out. So hold on a second, so a couple of your knees are going a little bit. You wanna think, pretend there's a board on the outside of your knees, and you're gonna try to push out against it as you land. So just do a couple more reps and focus on pushing out your knees as you land. There we go, perfect. Good, good, one more. Perfect, all right. So I'm just gonna give a second. Does anyone have any questions or thoughts about why you would use this exercise? Kind of makes sense, right? It kind of feels silly, but in the long run, we're gonna do a jump and then go into another jump. And you're gonna be like, oh, that's why Michelle had us do the snap down, so we can kind of control our body going to the next jump, all right? So very cool, that's our first drill for the day. All right, so our next jump is actually gonna be just a vertical jump. So that's just jumping straight in the air. All right, so like in sports performance, that's a big thing. Like in soccer, if someone heads a ball, like that, you would use their vertical jump. The other thing, like you do a lot of HIIT classes, they have vertical jumps. So we're gonna go over a vertical jump, but also how to land, like if you're gonna do a high intensity class, how to kind of like best go into your vertical jumps, okay? So a vertical jump, right? It's not a full squat. It's very much a quarter squat, kind of like how we landed in our snap down. Okay, so the best approach if you're going for height, meaning like you're not gonna use this in a HIIT class, maybe as much, right? You're gonna start with the hands tall. I'm gonna snap pretty much into a quarter squat position, and then I'm gonna try to leave the ground as forcefully as I can, meaning I'm gonna push into the ground as hard as I can. And then I'm gonna land in this snap down position, right? Because I always wanna be in a very safe position for longevity. You ladies are very young, so if you're gonna be working out for a long time and be old like me, once you get in your 30s, your body starts breaking down, you're gonna wanna make sure you do things for a longevity standpoint, okay? So we're just gonna do 5. If you feel really good, do 10, but we're gonna do 5 to 10 vertical jumps. So you always wanna start tall, because we're going for height for right now. Just be tall, you're gonna snap down, quickly go right back up. So snap down, jump, stick, and then reset. So on you, I'll watch, we'll do 10, okay? We'll do 10 jumps. Try to go as high as you can. There we go. Good, reset. I think it's test, right? Think you're going right into them. I want you to set and then land and then reset for your next jump. Perfect, exactly. Yep, I know you feel silly, but it's perfect. Very good, ladies. Awesome. Jump, big jump. Awesome. Perfect, good. Perfect. We all good? Any questions with that? Right, pretty simple? Okay. All right, so the next jump is kind of like, all right, I'm in a HIIT class. That one was really for just like, I want to get better and I want to jump higher. So if you're going to a HIIT class, I would focus on how I'm landing, right? So you can kind of always land heavy and hard, right? But I wouldn't do that for a HIIT class. I would try to land soft because you're trying to get as many reps as possible. So I would make my jump coming more from my ankles than I would from like all of my body and all my legs. Does that kind of make sense? So if I was in a HIIT class and said 20 seconds, I would make my jumps look like this. They're more from my ankles. Does that kind of make sense? So I'm gonna count on my clock. We're gonna do a fun. We're gonna do 5 vertical jumps, and then I'll say switch, and then we're gonna do 20 seconds of pogos. And exactly what I just did. Pogos come from all the ankles, so you have a soft little bend in your knee, We'll go from here. Do you guys want to try the pogos first? On you, try to the pogos. Just from a little bit of your ankles, very soft bend knees, little hops. Perfect, exactly, okay? All right, so we're gonna do a little workout. We'll do 5 vertical jumps. After my 5th one, I'll call out 5. After the 5th one, we'll do 20 seconds of pogos and we'll do 2 rounds. You ready? Get our heart rate up a little bit. We'll do jumps in 3, 2, 1. Vertical jumps, 5 and go. Land, stick, reset. Good, stick, reset, 2. And 3, perfect ladies, here we go. Jump high, stick, reset 4. Jump high, stick, and 5. We're gonna do the pogos, get ready in 3, 2, 1, go, quick. Exactly, just like HIIT, there we go. Good, 5 seconds in, keep going, keep going. Good, good, 10 more seconds, here we go, quick, quick, quick. 3, 2, 1, good, 5 jumps, get a quick breath. We got 1 more. We'll go in jumps in 3, 2, 1. This is for height. Here we go. Jump. Stick. Ooh, reset, ladies. Here we go. Jump. Good. And jump. Good. 3. And jump. 4. Good. Last one. And 5. Good. There we go. All right. Last set of pogos. Go in 3, 2, 1. Go. Quick. Here we go. Quick, quick. That's it. Good, 5 seconds in. Here we go. Good, halfway, almost there. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There we go. If you have water at all, take a quick sip real quick. All right. I got an Apple Watch a long time ago, so I'd be able to work out with athletes. So doing it over Zoom now is not how I pictured it, but it's definitely handy. All right, so we're already about halfway through, which is great, because we're gonna have a nice, I'm a big into stretching, so we'll have a nice little yoga session in about 10 minutes or so, all right? So the next thing we're gonna do is, we did a whole lot of jumping going upwards, right? There's also a lot of jumping that goes side to side. Especially in athletics, when you have to cut direction or anything, and especially as you get older, lateral stuff gets weird. You're like very uncertain about it. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a progression of lateral jumps. And as our classes go into the weekly, we're gonna change and progress our lateral jumps. But today, since it's a big teaching day, and the next couple of classes are big teaching days, reviewing things, we're gonna start with just a lateral jump and we're gonna stick it. So I want you to emulate your sticking just like you did the snap downs. It's very deliberate. You're trying to stick it for 1 to 2 seconds. It's very hard to balance, but that's our goal for today, all right? So we're gonna start on our right leg, okay? This left leg is just hanging. I'm going to get in this quarter squat position, and I'm gonna try to get up and out away from my starting position. So it's not just up like a rainbow, it's kind of like a 45-degree angle that I'm trying to get out and jump. So here I'll go jump and stick. So as you see, I'm struggling a little bit, and that's okay. I'm just gonna use that foot a little bit to assist me. All right, so I'll do one more. This is my quarter position, my little squat, jump out and up and stick, and we'll go from there, okay? So since this is a lot more of single leg work, I'm just gonna have you do 3 reps at your own pace, and then we'll go from there. All right, so go ahead, ladies, just do 3 on each leg, and I'll just watch a little bit. Very good. Good. Exactly, yep. Good. Sydney, try to jump just a little higher up. You're doing very good going side to side, but if you try to just push up a little bit more, exactly, yep. Perfect, perfect. Good job, ladies, very cool. So the other thing I would encourage you to is not to have your hands together. Your hands actually are gonna be a great benefit to balance and have a counterbalance, because eventually we'll go into like double jumps and then continual jumps. So you're eventually gonna want your hands for balance, but also to perpetuate momentum, okay? So let's do one more round of 3s on each side, and just try to have your arms either just around or even help you to jump. So gotta do 3 more, and let's see you with the free arms now. Exactly, Yep, there we go. Good. Good. Okay. Good. The last thing I want us just to work on, we're gonna do one more set. That was much better set. The last thing I want to work on is a lot of times we land, we had our hips here. Okay, see how it's different than a squat? My hips are going to be behind me, right? The reason why I want us to work on that in the next set is because that will give you the best position to go into your next rep of a jump, but also it's your best position to have your body reduce your risk of injury. Sometimes we're more in that forward position, our body doesn't like it, and it either gets hurt or it, something happens. So more or less it just reduces your risk of injury. So try your hardest not to be here, but try to have your body here. Even sometimes having this leg behind me gives me a better balance for landing, but also gets me ready for the next jump, okay? So let's do one more set of 3. So we're gonna think about having our hands in front of us or around us to help counterbalance. And the big thing, we're gonna focus on keeping our hips behind us the whole time, even when we're jumping or getting ready for the next rep. So here we go, 3 more. All on you, ladies. There we go, yes. Yes, there we go, much better, much better. I lost Sydney, no! Sydney, I have you paused. There she is, there we go. Okay. All right, ladies. So now we're just gonna get our heart rate up a little bit. So this is one of my favorite drills that I'll use with the teams, kind of just to focus on foot placement. So this is a little bit different than, it's not traditional jumping, but it is really good for body awareness, and it's really good to get your heart rate up a little bit, because this is kind of exercise class, so I like to sweat a little bit. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do side-to-side pogos, and it's very much the same thing as we did with jumping. It's just going side-to-side with both feet together, and I'll show you what that is in a second. And then we'll go straight into high knees. High knees is like running in place, but the reason I'm having us do it today is because it's a good drill to focus on soft landing, which was mimicking our skill of our pogos with the HIIT classes, okay? So we'll do 10 seconds of side-to-side pogos into 10 seconds of high running, and we'll do that for 3 rounds. And then we'll end with that, and we'll do some stretching. Does that sound good? All right, here we go. All right, so I'm gonna show you the pogos first, and then I'll give you a quick second to catch your breath, and then we'll go into the 3 rounds, all right? So side-to-side pogos, like I said, it's like the pogos, and now we're just going side-to-side. So it's a very, very, very soft side-to-side, okay? But see how both feet are landing at the same time? Yep, exactly. I have my hands free, giving me some balance, okay? All right, so that will be our first exercise, and then high knees, I'm gonna use this angle. All it is running, it's just running in place. So I'm gonna think about moving my arms very dynamically, very hard, right? And bringing my knee right about parallel, and then very, very soft feet, right? You can't hear my feet pounding. That is our goal, all right? So I'll count 10 seconds down for the pogos, and then 10 seconds down for the running. And then that will be our end, and it'll give us a nice little stretch, all right? All right, so we'll start in 3. We're gonna do the side pogos. 3, 2, 1, and go. Nice soft feet. Yep, side to side. Think about getting as many reps as you can. Many reps, many reps. There we go. Good. 3, 2, and 1. Straight side and go. 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. We'll do 10-second break. Catch your breath real quick. We'll go right back into the pogos in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. Here we go. Quick pogos. Quick, 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 quick. There we go. Good. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Straight into the high running. Ready? And go. Here we go. 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. 10 seconds. Last one, ladies. Here we go. And 3, 2, 1. And go. Side to side. Here we go. Good. Quick, 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 quick. 3, 2, 1. Good. Last one. High knees. Ready. And go. Here we go. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, ladies. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right, right on time. So today's just a bit shorter because we're going to introduce movements. As we go through our classes, there'll be more sets and reps. So today was just kind of a, all right, let's test the waters workout today, okay? So we're going to start now with our stretching, okay? So just like we did our warm-up, I'm going to start lower body and kind of come up through the upper part. So I'm a little bit I like yoga, so we're just going to do a little yoga, but we're going to start with a very traditional stretch for the lower body. So we're going to do a quad pull, but my quad pull includes the upper body. So you're going to grab your left leg, right arm, and you're going to reach for the sky, come up on your toes. As you reach, and it's just a quick reach, and then switch legs. So right leg, left arm, and reach. Okay, so let's do 5 on each leg. So that was 1, let's do 4 more. Very good. And switch. Good, 3 more. It's a nice reach. Think about elongating your whole body as you pull. Think there's a rope on your hand, someone's pulling it. Nice reach. 1 more. Reach. Very good. And last one. And reach. Try to hold it. Very good. All right. So now I'm going to show you my favorite low back stretch. With all the sitting of online school, I'm sure if you're not foam rolling, you would like a stretch. So I'm going to tilt my computer a little bit for you. This is called an iron cross. I'm just going to face this way. All right. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to lay on my back. All right. I'm going to take this right leg. I'm going to make a T with my arms, just like a cross. I'm going to bring this right leg over, and I'm just going to let it hang. I'm not actively doing anything. I'm just letting the weight of my leg kind of stretch. And then I'm going to look this way. So what it's doing, it's just kind of elongating my lower back. It feels very nice. If you want a little extra stretch, completely straighten out your knee as much as you can. And just take 3 big inhales and exhales. So inhale, 1, and exhale. Very good. 1 more inhale, and exhale. Good. Now I want you to move slow, especially if your low back is tight. So just bend that knee and bring it back to your center so you look like a traditional cross. Okay. Now let's bring the opposite leg. So for me, that's my left leg, and I'm going to cross it over my body. Okay, and I'm going to look the opposite way because I want to create that elongation and that stretch in my low back. Let's do 2 inhales and exhales. So 1 inhale now. Exhale. I'm going to do my second one now. Inhale and exhale. Very nice. All right, so let's go to our next pose. Now we're doing a little bit more yoga. So if you look, I'm going to go on all 4s, which is called a quadruped position. All right. And so from here, all right, we're just going to do a traditional downward dog, right? So I'm going to just bring up to my feet. Okay. So from there, I can walk my hands back, and I would get more of a hamstring stretch to amplify your stretch. Try pushing down your heels. That will do that more. Okay, so do 1 more breath.
And now we're gonna walk out our hands into full cobra. So you wanna think your hands are gonna be right around the outside of your hips. Okay, push down my hips, very good. And then think about pushing your belly button down into the ground. That's going to also help. If you can kind of just think about pushing out your chest in a nice tilt. And then we're gonna relax, okay? Go back into downward dog. So if you can do a push-up, great. If not, go back to that cobra position. Okay, downward dog. Nice hamstring stretch. Awesome. And when you feel ready, walk back into your cobra. Okay, think about push-up and just open up your rib cage, pointing forward and up and pushing your belly button down into the ground. Okay, very good. And we'll do one more stretch. This one is great, especially for sitting a lot, because it's going to open up your hips, which sometimes your hips get very, very tight from sitting all the time. So from here, I'm just going to have you come up onto your knees into that quadruped position. All right. So we're going to do what's called a pigeon. There's a couple ways to do it modified, so it's not as intense. So I'm going to show you the most regressed version. So you're going to bring your foot in front of you, but on an angle, kind of in front of your left hip. Okay. From there, you're just gonna slightly bring out this right arm, which is gonna be next to that right knee, and just have it hang. Some people, and see how this knee is still kind of underneath me? This is supposed to open up all of your hip, your glute, excuse me, and the side of your hip. My hands are, the idea is to have them constantly on the outside of my feet and the outside of my ankle, okay? To make this harder, I'm going to straighten out this back foot. Okay, so see how my hip kind of just went another inch closer to the ground? You're like, all right, Michelle, that's not hard enough. Now you're gonna drive the knee to the ground. See how now my hips, my left hip and my right hip are making contact with the floor. My left thigh is completely on the floor, and my left foot pointing this way is completely on the floor, okay? You're like, all right, I'm ready. Now you crawl out your hands in front of you. So very slowly, if you feel like you're ready for that, you're just gonna crawl a little bit in front of you. Your goal is try to lay down on the ground, okay? So wherever you landed, wherever you're at, we're just gonna do 3 breaths and then we'll switch feet. All right, so let's do 3 big inhales. Exhale. Nice inhale, number 2. And exhale. And last one, ladies, inhale. And exhale. All right, so we're gonna slowly get up from wherever you are. Just start crawling your feet, or if you're hanging, good. Okay, from there, just give yourself a slight push up. Slowly move your leg out, exactly, right behind you. Bring this next leg up as far as you can, right? And we'll go through that same progression. So if you're hanging, you're here. If you're ready to go lower, bring that hip down, that right hip down to the ground. If you're ready for the next one, that left knee is now going to be on the ground if you can get it there. Right? If you feel like even just holding it, this is the beauty. And then we'll just crawl if you're ready to crawl. And if you get to where you can reach, or you feel like really pushing and try to get further and further, sometimes I'll even claw on the ground trying to get leverage. And we'll do 3 inhales and exhales. So I'll do my first inhale. Good, second inhale. And last one, inhale. All right, and slowly, slowly crawl. That is the biggest game changer, is always trying to not get up too fast. All right. All right, so if you want, you can unmute yourself. So I just have a few minutes just to even ask you questions or things that you would like to see in this class. This is a completely, I try to make classes really geared to what the audience wants. So if you had any expectations or things you were thinking about, this is kind of your moment to be like, hey, Michelle, I really would like to do this because right now, you're my group. So if there's anything you'd like to do next session or you would kind of want to gear it to, this is kind of your moment to just either put it in the chat or just speak up now. I would fully love any feedback you guys have.
I liked the hit stuff we did. I thought that was really fun.
Hmm.
Yep, I like the hit stuff too.
All right, so yeah. Was it helpful kind of going kind of like how to jump different? Like, because sometimes in HIIT classes that I've taken, they haven't distinguished what before. And I've been with other people and they're like, that really hurt my knees. I was like, oh, well, jump different this way and that would help you. Have you guys taken any other classes with Penrec so far?
Yeah, I used to had classes last semester.
What ones did you take?
So I took body combat Zumba mostly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard that was very popular this summer.
I don't think they are open this summer, right? This past summer.
This past summer. I'll have to double check. Maybe I'm wrong. But yeah, I heard that class was very popular.
Yeah, virtually maybe because I didn't take any virtual classes this past summer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, if you guys have any further questions, this will be my class time. It will be 3 o'clock. So what maybe we'll do next time is still go over a couple of jumps, like next class, and then add like a little like hit jumping portion at the very end. Does that sound like a good compromise? Like do a bit of the learning and then do a little jump hit at the end?
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. All right, Lise. Well, that's all we have for today. Again, my name is Michelle, and I hope to see you all again on Wednesday at 3.
Thank
All
you.
right. Bye, everybody.